What if the dream of owning a small plane is rapidly turning into a financial nightmare for even the savviest buyers? What if the very assets that once represented freedom and investment are now being offloaded in a quiet, desperate scramble? Because right now, across the general aviation landscape, a subtle but significant shift is underway. Smart buyers, the ones who typically navigate market fluctuations with precision, are making a move that might surprise you. They're panic selling their small planes. And they're doing it for reasons that go far beyond a simple market correction. This isn't about a single crash or a new regulation. This is about a perfect storm of converging economic pressures, regulatory shifts, and infrastructure strains that are making small aircraft ownership unsustainable for many. And the smart money, it's getting out while it still can. Today, we're going to uncover the 5 critical reasons why smart buyers are panic selling their small planes right now. And the last reason is the one that will fundamentally change how you view aircraft ownership forever. Reason number 1, the illusion of value and the crushing reality of depreciation. For years, the pre-owned aircraft market experienced an unprecedented boom. Low inventory, high demand, and even bonus depreciation incentives fueled a seller's market where prices seemed to only go up. But that era is rapidly coming to an end. Data from early 2026 shows a clear trend. Inventory is rising, and prices are softening. Smart buyers understand that an inflated market cannot last forever. They saw the peak, and they're now witnessing the inevitable correction. What was once a robust investment is quickly becoming a depreciating asset. The illusion of perpetual value is being replaced by the crushing reality of market forces. As more planes hit the market, the bargaining power shifts dramatically to buyers, driving prices down further. Those who bought at the peak are now facing significant losses, and the smart move is to cut losses before the bottom falls out completely. This isn't just about a slight dip, it's about a fundamental reevaluation of what a small plane is truly worth in a saturated market. The smart money isn't waiting for a rebound, it's recognizing that the market has fundamentally changed. Reason number 2, the unbearable weight of soaring operational costs. Beyond the purchase price, the true cost of aircraft ownership lies in its operation. And in 2026, these costs are skyrocketing to unsustainable levels. Insurance premiums, once a manageable expense, are now a major burden. Reports indicate a projected increase in aircraft insurance rates for 2026, driven by higher repair costs, an aging fleet, and increased accident rates. Some insurers are even withdrawing coverage for specific older models, leaving owners with limited and expensive options. But it's not just insurance. The hangar crisis, a long-standing issue, has reached a critical point. In many popular airports, the cost of hangar space has surpassed the monthly financing payment for the aircraft itself. Owners are forced to choose between exorbitant fees, storing their valuable assets outdoors, accelerating wear and maintenance, or facing lengthy waiting lists with no end in sight. Add to this the volatile fuel prices for 100LL and Jet A, and the chronic shortage of qualified A&P mechanics, which drives up maintenance labor costs. US 7. The cumulative effect of these rising operational expenses is turning a passion into a financial black hole. Smart buyers who meticulously track their expenditures are realizing that the joy of flying is being overshadowed by the constant drain on their finances. Reason number 3. The regulatory gauntlet tightens compliance and obsolescence. The skies are becoming safer, but at a significant cost to small plane owners. Regulatory bodies like the FAA are continuously updating airworthiness directives, ADs, and implementing new rules. While these are designed to enhance safety, they often mandate expensive upgrades or modifications to existing aircraft. For example, a proposed AD in early 2026 highlighted potential structural issues requiring inspection and repair, adding unforeseen expenses to owners. Each new directive chips away at an owner's wallet, often without a corresponding increase in the aircraft's market value. Furthermore, rapid technological advancements and new mandates are pushing older aircraft towards obsolescence. While the FAA is streamlining light sport aircraft regulations, many legacy aircraft face non-compliance or prohibitive upgrade costs. 10. Owners are faced with a difficult choice. Invest heavily in upgrades to remain compliant and operational, or watch their asset depreciate rapidly, becoming undesirable and harder to operate. A timeless classic can quickly become an expensive, barely flying antique. Smart buyers are recognizing that the cost of compliance is an ever-moving target, making long-term ownership increasingly unpredictable and expensive. Reason number 4. The shrinking pool of new pilots and the aging fleet. The future of general aviation relies on a steady influx of new pilots and enthusiasts. However, the pipeline is shrinking. The high cost of flight training, coupled with the increasing complexity and expense of aircraft ownership, is deterring many potential newcomers. This creates a demographic challenge for the industry, an aging fleet of aircraft owned by an aging pilot population, with fewer young pilots entering the market to replace them. This demographic shift has a direct impact on the resale market. As older pilots retire from flying, their aircraft come onto the market, further increasing inventory. But with fewer new pilots entering, the demand side of the equation weakens. This imbalance exacerbates the depreciation discussed earlier, creating a vicious cycle. Smart buyers, looking ahead, see a market flooded with supply and dwindling demand, making it a poor long-term investment. They understand that without a healthy influx of new blood, the market for small planes will continue to contract. Reason number 5. The silent psychological toll. When passion becomes a burden. Perhaps the most insidious reason smart buyers are selling is the silent psychological toll that small plane ownership has begun to exact. Owning a small plane is often a deeply personal endeavor, a source of immense pride, freedom, and identity. But when that dream turns sour, the emotional and mental burden can be devastating. The constant financial strain, the endless regulatory hoops, the frustration of finding adequate storage or maintenance, it all adds up. Owners constantly worry about bills, about new ADs, about fuel hikes. The joy of flying is replaced by anxiety. The freedom once promised is overshadowed by the feeling of being trapped by an expensive, demanding asset. It's not just about money. It's about the erosion of passion, the slow death of a dream. Some owners, unable to articulate their regret, simply stop flying, their aircraft sitting idle, a monument to an abandoned dream. The plane itself might be fine, the weather manageable, but the owner simply cannot continue. This psychological breaking point is rarely admitted in the aviation community, but smart buyers are recognizing it in themselves and others, choosing to exit before the dream completely collapses into despair. So there you have it. The 5 critical reasons why smart buyers are panic selling their small planes right now. From the illusion of value to the silent psychological toll, these factors are reshaping the general aviation landscape. The question is, are you paying attention to the warning signs? If you own a small plane, or are considering buying one, what are your thoughts on these trends? Are you seeing similar pressures in your local market? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if this video made you think twice, share it with someone who needs to hear this before they make a decision they might regret.